Welcome back, explorers, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Laffian kept an eye out, Rhal meets a new friend, Squash hides in the eaves, and Zaltanna is not good at being quiet. Alone and without shelter, the heroes pass through a grove of violent trees to find a town buried in snow. Two unlikely inhabitants make them welcome in an old abandoned school and offer help in exchange for clearing the library. Meanwhile, the previously hidden Squash is about to confront Eleazar, alone. What creatures lurk in the library? What spell was the old Loxodon lady trying to cast? And will Squash's solo adventure work out for him? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die.
Squash.
Yes?
You climb down from the eaves. You find a little area that you could climb out of, climb down inside the opening area, and make your way back inside the building. The door to the older lady's room is kind of just ajar from where they'd left it. She's clearly asleep.
Squash is gonna sneak in there, and before he disturbs her, he's just looking around. And I guess...
anything in particular?
Yeah, her book. Like, did she leave it out?
Oh, there it is.
Ooh. There it is. Yeah. Like, kind of next to her bed, there's a tiny little wooden chest of drawers, and she has it left open on the top, open to the page that she was reading from.
Squash is gonna just look at the pages for a little bit.
Yeah.
You see runes. You see writing that you don't understand. There's clearly a picture of a rune, a description of how this would be cast. Like, you've now become familiar with what components and what the hand gestures are and what the words, like, next to the runes to help you use to cast this. You've seen that here. Different places than what you're used to. You're pretty much used to Dana or Demi's writing, but this is in a different place, but you recognize it for what it is. And you see essentially what's like a diary entry next to it. The book itself is a little damaged, but the page that you look at, it's a spell that you... No, actually, I don't think you've ever seen anything like this kind of spell, so... It's a spell. You would have to spend a lot more time looking at it to realize what it is.
Yeah. I'm expecting that just like all languages drift, that 5,000 years apart has made magic in Kino and Discord a little bit weird.
There would be bits of it that you... I'm not going to say that you wouldn't be able to work out what this is, but you aren't proficient enough in magic to, at a glance, know what this is. You would need to spend a lot more time.
Yeah. I can't steal this old lady's book. That would just be the literal worst. But that whole dimension hopping thing is very fucking interesting. Fuck.
Yeah?
Give me a second. I'm deciding what Squash is going to do.
Do you want me to switch to the others?
No, Squash is just going to like nudge the lady, like just around the shoulder area, I guess. And just like...
okay.
Hello? Hello? Hey.
Oh, help!
Why are you screaming? I'm part of the other guys. Oh, boy.
down the end of the corridor as you guys have kind of like passed around, and Urog is kind of talking. He's like, well, yeah, like I boarded it up. I'm kind of handy. And then you hear,
Help!
what the fuck have you done? And Urog turns and runs and bolts back towards her mum's room.
We go back as well, I guess.
Squash is genuinely
You
looking
probably figure what this is.
Squash genuinely is looking behind himself like, did I miss something on the way in here?
She pulls the blanket up a little closer to her chest and she says,
I warn you, I have magic. I will blast you.
Yeah, I know. Your book was open. It's okay. I'm part of the other group, the people you were talking before. Rhal, Zaltanna, Balance. No, sorry. He introduced himself as Lafayette.
I want you to roll a persuasion check. If you fail, she will hit you with magic.
What?
Counterspell.
Don't spoil it. I was looking forward to it.
Sir, you've been dropping all the eaves, okay? And
that's what this episode is called, eavesdropping.
I rolled a 5 on persuasion.
All right. Then I guess I go into her spell book. As she pulls the blanket up to her and you essentially fail your persuasion that you're one of the others, she throws her hand out. Good, it is one action. She throws her hand out and she squeaks out the tiniest word. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw unless you're going to try and
Counterspell. I ain't gonna get hit by no magic.
All right, then I need you to do the thing, please.
All right.
Oh
Let me
shit,
click
it's a high-level
link.
spell.
Yeah.
Oh, you damn right it is.
Click counterspell.
Why is it 2 times?
It's from his Blessing of Winter, so you can use it twice as a action.
Ability check using your spell casting ability, so that would be not proficient if I remember correctly.
We went intellect for you. Because you like wizard, yo.
Oh no, I only rolled an 8. I don't think I got a proficiency.
You don't?
And even if I did, it would be at most 13, so...
Nope. All right. Add an 8. You fail to counter her spell as you get turned into a frog.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
11.
You get turned into a frog.
Okay, so last episode was my
see
episode.
as you... Yeah, as the three of you run around the corner, you see Squash standing there. You see the lady just throw her hand out, magic like course through her veins, and you see Squash just basically in midair turn into a frog and hit the deck.
I'm glad that we saw that you are the frog. Otherwise, I probably just would have run in and thought the frog was the issue here.
The enemy.
Made quick work of that.
And then you would have accidentally have killed Frog Squash.
Guess we come running in. Oh, no. He's one of ours. We didn't know fully whether or not to trust, so we had contingency
What? And you think this is going to make it any easier? The other just turns up and attacks my mum. We don't know what the hell's going on here. What do you think? We think we could trust you now?
Breathe.
Squash, why are you attacking someone's
you
mom?
don't get to tell me to breathe.
Nah.
Well, I mean, you need to breathe, otherwise you're going to pass out.
Nah.
Oh my god.
Frog Squash is definitely like jumping in your general direction, like, what the fuck is this?
Squash. The regular people are talking right now. Hold on.
I'm gonna pick up Frog Squash
Yes.
and just put him on my shoulder and go, why the fuck are you attacking someone's mom? What the hell's wrong with you? I know you can't answer, but
if a frog can look offended, the frog looks offended.
All right. Want to tell me what's going on here?
Lafian's going to switch to
Why?
the leadership focus. I'm trying to get better about vocalizing this. Genuinely, this is a foreign landscape to us. We have no clue what to expect. So when we see that a mostly abandoned village is being occupied, we wanted to be careful and make sure that everything was safe. If you turned out to be enemies of ours, it's a lot safer for us if we have someone on the outside to watch our back. This is no offense on your part. He was just our contingency plan.
I woke up and he was standing over my spell book, and he wouldn't say what he was doing other than he was one of you people. I don't believe him. He was stumbling over his words, and I panicked.
Shut your froggy mouth for a second, Squash. Jeez Louise.
Zaltanna just like hold his mouth closed.
Yeah, Zaltanna is going to put like very carefully because she doesn't want to also like cover his nose. Like, I don't understand how frogs breathe. I don't want to like kill him while he's a frog, but like I'm gonna like be like, geez, gosh, Squash, like shut your freaking frog mouth for like 5 seconds. God.
Genuinely,
I would like you to make a persuasion roll then.
Okay. That is a 23.
All right then. All right, Mum, you just. It's all right, Mum. You go back to sleep. I've got this under control.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I've got it under control. You go back to sleep. And she like walks over and like you see the mum like pull the blanket over and fall back to sleep, and you see Urug close the door properly. Now, have you got any more contingency plans? She says with air quotes. I realise that no one can see me doing that.
Rhal thinks and kind of nods.
All right. Like what? And she points at you.
I can go to the stocking if I want. Is that contingencies? Like,
well, it would be a little difficult from here, but...
Why?
Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Teleportation magic's not great here.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
think
we
I
noticed.
I don't think I can teleport.
Okay, I'll bear it in mind. Let's walk away. Let's not keep the old lady up, shall we? Well, talking of contingencies, if we're going to try and be fair,
Is Squash back to normal?
Like they're kind of... No, Squash is still a frog.
Okay, Lafian's just gonna, as we're walking, just turn to Zaltanna. Zaltanna, do you mind if I...
Hey, if you what?
Holds his hand out for the squod.
Yeah, sure. I'll plop the squad on
Squog?
the squog. The squog.
Yep, squog. Yep.
Why does that sound offensive? The squash frog.
Squash frog. Squog.
Squash
I will
frog.
put on your hand.
Okay. He takes it and he looks at Squash and he's like, all right, there's one of two ways we can do this, Squash. Either you're going to have to wait until the spell ends or she falls asleep. Or I can...
I've got it. Don't worry.
No, please. I insist.
You could have ride around on Tio.
Or I can just throw you against the wall and then we'll just get on with it.
Oh no, there's like a way less painful manner.
No.
Squash does the weird, like, awkward frog waddle where he turns towards the orc lady and just stares at her like,
All right then. And you see them like wave a hand in your general direction, and you see some of the runes that are kind of like up their forearm. You can now see now that their kind of robe has fallen away a little. You see them glow and light up as they dispel the magic on Squash. And Squash, almost fully formed, appears in Lafian's hand.
I hand back.
Squash falls to the ground.
I don't have muscles.
no, Squash just lands on the floor. Nobody's holding Squash at this point.
Squash lands on his butt on the floor. Like,
What's that? That was awful. Oh, I never want my hands to be that tiny again.
That's your biggest
it's not
concern?
the first time you've been polymorphed.
Yeah, but like last time, it wasn't this awkward.
Oh, Squash,
Well,
I think
you
you have a
did
wart
start,
right there on your corner of your mouth. There's a wart there.
Squash puts his hand up and then realizes you're messing with him. Like,
nothing there. Look. You startled her, all right? She doesn't...
yeah, I was actually gonna open with that before I hurt myself. Sorry. My intention was not to startle her.
You should have played that. It worked for me.
I didn't know how to break the awkwardness that I created by being hidden as long as I had. I'm sorry. There was
It's
genuinely a point where I just realized I'd fucked up.
oh, all right, whatever. Look, talking to and and as you kind of, a lot of you are walking back towards the entrance and back towards the library where they're taking you in the first place. They point to the coat hooks and they're like, "Well, we've got a couple of others that are they're out foraging for food right now. They have to go out a bit far, so they might not be back today, but they might be, depending on how successful they've been." So, oh, I don't know. I'll leave a message at the door not to stab you in your sleep, like, whatever.
That would be appreciated.
You want to know the annoying thing? The only reason why I didn't
Other than being a frog.
Yes. The only reason why I didn't break the awkwardness was you still hadn't mentioned there was more than 2 of you. So I was like, they're not 100% on the level. And then as soon as I appear, you're just like, oh, so there's more people.
Well, you weren't exactly honest with us, were you? I mean, like, poor old lady like that, and you, decide to hide someone from her?
Let's compare contingencies. We had one. How many people do you have out that we don't know of? Huh?
We got 2. They're bloody miles away,
that's
mate.
more contingencies than we had.
Yeah, but I can't summon them back in a second. We weren't hiding in the roof trying to kill you.
We don't know that. We don't.
Well, and they kind of like raise their hands. You can check me now if you like. You can do whatever fancy magic you have, or whatever it is, and you can make me tell you the truth.
All right,
well, here's the truth. They're bloody miles away.
Let's just go with, we both had contingencies. You had one more than us, but we're fine now. We're good. We're cool. Everybody here is cool. Yes?
We're cool. It's fine. We're cool.
Right.
I mean, our contingency plan wouldn't have fucked up like yours, but we got it. And you see that they're kind of smiling and laughing.
Our contingency plan did not fully think things through, but that's fine.
It got turned into a toad.
And somehow probably deserved it. Moving on, though.
Yeah. Anyway, whatever.
Throws a wink at you, Squash.
Why did you go? Why did you go to her anyway?
Yes, why did you...
Because she talked about very interesting magic, and I wanted to ask her questions.
Right, got you.
She talked something about different realms, and it sounded very curious. And she also knows about your magic, and she's probably more willing to, just talk, because you seem very defensive.
Well, yeah, you did go into my mum's room, so a little bit defensive.
I feel like she came out and dragged one of my friends indoors, so I thought she wouldn't be super surprised.
I told her to stop going out and grabbing things in the snow. She's not well enough to be out there like that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Sorry.
So you're trying to find some
library
place.
Books.
Right.
Yes,
library. All right.
Got to kill rat things.
So this library, and as you kind of turn the corridor opposite, as you turn the corner, you see that on the left-hand side there is what appears to be just a very long corridor with only a single set of double doors in there. And it's been boarded up. There are big pieces of wood that have been hammered in. There are things that have been propped up against this door to stop it from opening. There is clearly nothing getting in or out of this door. They were not anyway hyperbolating this. Opposite that, you can see that there are a series of doors on the opposite wall, and that is just filled with bunks and bunks and bunks. I say. So this here library, since we came here a couple of years ago, nothing but trouble every winter, and I just got fed up of it. So I just boarded the thing up and all right, the rats can have it. Now I think they're still in there, but I'm not silly enough to want to go in there and have a look, because as I said, actually I don't know if you heard, but I'm still learning stuff from my mum, so I'm content not to go in there right now. But if you need to go in there to look for what exactly? What? Just because I don't want to be any longer than I need to be.
We need information on where the Sentinels touched down on this continent, because we think that location is where the information is that we need. Or maybe there's just something in this library. I don't know. This library is, from my guess, very old. Could have things that I'd never found on Discora.
Right. So you kind of want a map?
That would be a good start, yes.
Right.
among other things.
Mapagita.
Right.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to head to the Atlas section and then I'm going to leave. And then you can do whatever you want in that library. But when I come out of that library, I'm going to board that thing back up. All right.
Okay. Okay, if that's the case, then give me a moment. Just as a quick thought outside of the door, he's going to drop a nomadic anchor.
Smart move.
So that if we do get boarded up inside the library, at least we have an out.
Yep, that's fair.
Smart.
I don't know how well teleportation's going to work on that kind of a teleport, but we'll see.
You could try.
If I set an anchor point, maybe it stabilizes it or something. I don't fucking know.
You can try.
I'm going to try.
Right.
I hope I don't have to try, but...
So, you fancy giving us a hand? She says to Zaltanna as, like, she goes over and begins to, like, grab one of these really big, heavy slate, like, kind of, like, dressers.
Lord of the Doors.
Sure.
All right. On three. 1, 3. And they begin to move some of the stuff.
Never introduced. This is Zaltanna, Lord of the Doors.
Nice to meet you. Zaltanna, right?
Yeah,
all right,
Zaltanna.
I can't
You
do
can
the hard A with... I can't with this accent.
It's okay.
And...
You don't. You're fine.
Bits of wall come off as the pair of them, like, rip these, like, barricades off the wall. So, Lord of the Doors, and Uruk points to the doors. Yeah. Would you like to be the first through? With Zaltanna opening the doors, in front of you, you see many, many bookcases. There's a couple of chairs and an overturned table nearby. The chairs have been eaten through in some places. The rats have clearly gotten to them. And judging from a distance, there's some really big teeth marks on these tables and chairs. It smells like animal in here.
Gross.
Like if you've been around that kind of environment. I'm not talking about crap. I'm just talking about the kind of like the mites, the must, that kind of thing you get around animals. And it's very strong in here. You can hear like tiny little like footsteps on the ground as it like clatters across off in the distance. The part of the roof here has collapsed down. What do you want to do?
Do we see the rats?
Take a perception check.
You're going to regret those words.
20. Dirty.
And
Shaken, not stirred.
33. Natural.
Oh. No, that's fine. I didn't want to see anything. It's fine.
That's right. Enjoy it.
Squawg.
Damn it!
But on a 20, you see that off in the distance that there are a couple of bookcases that have been knocked over by the ceiling that has collapsed on them. You see that a lot of the books have been dragged away from the nearby shelves. Pages torn as if they're making a nest.
Oh.
And you can see this paper mache kind of structure built just behind where this collapsed ceiling is. And you can hear and see the scurrying of creatures, some very big, some much, much smaller. They're a fair distance away, but there are a lot of them. You're probably talking somewhere in like the 20 or 30 that you can see.
Oh.
Kill it with fire.
No! It's a library!
Yes.
Otherwise, I would have just fucking nuked them. Open the door. Fire. All right, we're done.
Okay, do you want to just... I could go punch the nest or something?
Rhal, you're going to get bitten a lot if you do that.
Well, that's probably going to be the case anyways. I'm kind of just thinking how we could get it done very quickly.
Well, I could try to do it quietly. But then again, this is a really old library, and moving anything here is probably going to cause a lot of noise.
Yeah. And from what I vaguely remember when we arrived a few years ago, it's not it might be written in Discora, but certainly not written in Common Kino. But a map is a map, right?
I would be able to decipher if needed.
All right. So the maps, and they point in a direction in the far left corner, kind of a bit beyond the rats. So it's the map section's kind of over there. Now, I know I said I'd go get the atlas, but I kind of changed my mind.
But you know which one we would need.
If you're looking for a map of Geata, it's going to be over in that corner. There's, if I remember rightly, there is kind of like a desk. And on top of that desk, there are a couple of atlases. Some of the world, some are Geata, some are just this town, and like this, you know, whatever system it is underneath this town, as it was when the Tingurans were here. Like, there's a bunch of stuff over in that corner. I don't know what's useful. I don't really know what you're looking for, I'm going to be honest. But that's where the maps are. Bless you. Not that I can, but bless you if you want to go do that. Like, I'm going to back out and I'm going to give you a little bit of time and then I'm boarding this thing up, all right?
Okay, so how about strategy here? Why not Zaltanna, Rhal, and I will try to draw their attention and keep them centralized. Squash, you sneak into the back corner, find the books that we need. When you have it, get the fuck out, and then we will back out after and try to board things up.
Sounds horrible to me. Okay, let's do it.
I'm this is a group discussion. I'm open for other ideas. This is just my initial thoughts. The other idea is that we just flat out try to annihilate this entire nest. I'm not against it.
I would like you to, then I could use the library. But, you know, let's pretend I'm not.
I also agree because I would like to use the library myself, but...
So how about you join us, and then we'll clear out the library, you can use it, but you'll help us.
Just no fire.
No fire.
Yes, I don't have a lot of that, but...
Do you have abilities to hit many things at once?
Without fire?
No, not really. I mean, I'm kind of more of a help you find, help you do, kind of build stuff, kind of a hold people in place kind of a lass. But I kind of can't leave my mum. Like, I can't risk it right now, getting injured. I mean, the other two are great and all, but like...
I mean, 2 out of the 4 of us have healing capabilities. If you get hurt, we've got you.
It's true. We're very good at heals.
Take a persuasion check.
With advantage because I'm helping?
Yes, absolutely.
Rhal is doing something in the background of this. You can check back in like a minute.
Yeah, I'll check in after Zaltanna's done a persuasion roll.
Me?
Yeah, it's with advantage, Zaltanna.
Okay.
Orog seems to like you.
She should. I'm awesome.
You should convert her.
Yeah.
Do you want bloody vengeance against these rats? Swear to me and I'll give you an inspiration.
I should convert her. What am I rolling? Persuasion?
With advantage.
Yeah.
So I got a 23.
Okay, like maybe a few spells here and there wouldn't go amiss, but well, I'll try not to back down for a fight, so fuck it.
That's the spirit.
Okay.
Do you like murder? Do you like bloody vengeance? Do you think these rats should burn in hell? Then have I got the goddess for you?
Hi,
Come on down to Zaltanna Mart.
Hi, I'm a shouty Zaltanna, and I'm here to sell you Zaltanna's religion for everybody. I don't know.
Just swear your fealty to me.
You should definitely try. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying it will succeed, but you should try the spiel on Urag. It might work.
No.
Are the rats currently gathered in kind of a groupy area?
Yeah, they're kind of focused around the nest.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've clearly brought something in here. Like they're clearly like either making something or they're eating something. Like they are mostly in a big group. Like you would spot the pair of you actually, like 33 regardless. Like you would have spotted everything on a 20 anyway.
Is there a queen?
You can spot a couple. There may be a...
V.
V.
There may be a monarch of some sort
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just...
Rat Queen.
It's okay. Maybe there's a rat something here.
Rat Hound King.
Yeah. Stuff it.
Oh, rat.
There
God.
may be a thing here. All right, so we're just gonna destroy them. I
So,
hope we don't die.
so I can drop some magic on them when we open up. I have something that makes them very easy to, like, they stick out. It's a lot easier to hit them. They won't be able to, like, run and hide. Squash is talking about fairy fire.
Okay. I have a very large cone ability that I can do that will probably do a lot of damage to a lot of them.
If I can get really close, I can just, acid in the nest.
No. Rhal. Acid on books and
Acid
paper.
nest.
But
Just the
that's
nest.
all. It's
Doesn't
paper, though. There might be info. There might be knowledge.
Oh, it's
Juicy,
the
wonderful.
rat.
I'm not touching.
It's a nest
that.
now.
You're speaking like somebody who has never had to actually deal with an animal's burrow, because
No.
none of the pages in that burrow are readable anymore, my friend.
No one reads nests.
Magic.
You read
Just
books.
a little bit of prestidigitation. It's clean.
Nobody reads Nest. I love Rhal.
That's actually a good point. You could probably prestidigitate some of the pages back.
No,
Yeah.
They used the boring books, I think.
Rhal, every book is boring to you.
No, that's ended after every book is boring.
No. Okay.
All right. So, what do you need me to do?
How far away are they?
Let's be a pain, 65 feet. I don't know how big that is.
Okay. Let's move forward like 30 feet quietly.
Rhal
then-
had been trying to do something.
Oh, yeah. Rhal was going to do a thing. Go ahead.
He, while the conversation was happening, was doing his thing where he puts the object in the stocking. He was just putting a little piece of paper in the stocking. He wants to test if the stocking exists for him to put a piece of paper into here, because he heard
Okay.
someone mention the stocking's weird, or challenge that
Okay,
at him,
then- Yeah. Then I require you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Rhal, are you passing notes in class?
27.
27. You feel the resistance. Like you normally do, but this time it's like trying to put your hand through exceptionally thick treacle. Like it's very resistant to you doing it. But on your 27, you manage to like get it through and bring your hand back again.
Would he have lost his hand? Would have just popped off
Go
into
for it.
the stocking?
That's between Rhal and his stalking.
Spectre's just hanging out on the other side like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Well,
Yeah, did you put anything on the paper or is it just a random piece of paper you found on the floor?
it was just something. It was just some trash. He just wanted to see if the
Yeah, trash.
stocking,
Yeah, that's fine.
how much of an obstacle
Exists.
that was. Because if
No
he
littering
did,
Yeah.
in the stocking.
if we did get into a
Yeah,
fight
it-
and he wanted to use that, like, how much is that gonna? He wanted to just test and
It's-
make sure it was, not gonna hurt him.
Yeah, that's fine.
It seems iffy.
Maybe save that as a backup.
Well, the stocking exists. It's just kind of more difficult,
Well,
thicker,
Yeah, like
stickier,
this whole-
hard to get things. Wasn't working. It worked, but it's much harder.
you see Uruk just kind of like do that thing where she like purses her lips a little bit, like lifts one finger, she's about to ask you a question and then changes her mind.
Save that as a backup plan then, Rhal. Okay. So let's try to move forward quietly so that we're within like 30 feet or so. And then I'll do a count of 3 on my fingers. When the last finger's down, everybody open fire. No fire, though. Open fire, not fire.
No fire.
Acid.
No, dip, not.
Right, okay.
I mean, that's really your only multi-ability. That's fine, I guess. Just
Suddenly, I know wind magic. Organize this. Balance. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
I think I would rather the wind. At least
Death
that would
by
just move
1,000
things.
cuts.
No, not the paper cuts. They're the worst.
Well, how do you think Razor Leaf works in Pokemon? That's it. That's it right there. It's paper cuts.
That's what the trees were trying to do last
Okay,
episode.
so are you trying to sneak your way closer?
Yes. My cone only reaches
Then-
60 feet.
I require. How much closer are you sneaking into here?
How big is the nest?
If I don't acid your nest and you don't fucking read your nest, I'm going to be mad. You at least fucking... if I don't acid
You
the
mean
nest...
if I put nothing in the nest, then there's going to be trouble?
Oh no, I'm just going to be
About-
mad. I don't think there's anything in the nest at all. I'm just going to be mad if he doesn't look.
I'm going to be mad,
Oh, okay,
period.
okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. How much further are you moving into the library?
If it's only 15 feet, 60, so I only need to be 45, but you said that it's 65, so we would need to move... We don't need to move forward like 25 feet.
Okay. I require all of you to make a stealth check.
Yeah, boy.
Da-na-na. Da-na-na.
Da-da.
Oh, no.
And
No,
one was
wait,
my
no.
first roll.
No,
It was.
Nope,
Casey,
because remember,
no. Stop.
I can't
Da-da-da.
stop. I don't know what to tell you.
Da-da-da.
You can't expect me to do well on stealth rolls. I have giant chunky
Crunch,
armor,
crunch.
and having the elves of the boots of elven kind really doesn't fucking help very much.
So, Lafayette, what did you get?
A 19.
Rhal, what did you get?
22.
Squash, what did you get?
Oh, I rolled a measly 23 this time.
That's a survival.
Well, that was a
On your
survival check,
survival
so please roll again.
Oh,
You
I'm sorry.
dingus.
Oh, I am a big old dum-dum. Oh, that's 33. That's a lot better.
Of course it is.
Zaltanna, what did you get?
Well, you know, I got a 1.
Huh.
For a total of...
Yeah, please add your stealth score to that, Casey.
Oh, so for a total of 5.
No.
No? I'm confused. What are you asking me for?
No, I was joking that you were supposed to add your dexterity and proficiency modifier, which would be a
Oh,
flat
I thought
0.
you were telling me to add my
No,
your
saving
aura does
throw
not.
thing to it. I got a 1. I got a 1, and that's the end of that. And
What about Urog? Urog?
So, Urog also passed.
Good.
So, out of the 5 of you, 4 of you passed. So, as a group check, you managed to quieten Zaltanna's steps.
Great.
Our silence overwhelmed her loudness.
Kind of. You notice that, like, Squash, as you begin to sneak in a little bit, you hear, like, the clanking of armor behind you. You spin around and do, the shh thing, and very carefully do, the sneaky hand things. Zaltanna, you kind of begin to more slowly move. So it's going to take y'all a little bit longer to get to where you're going. But as a group stealth check, you succeeded.
Hurrah!
Hoorah! You are approximately where you wanted to be, 25 feet, much closer to it.
Great.
Now you're much closer. The nest is definitely active. You can see these kind of bigger rats that are swarming around, and you see some of them occasionally just stack on top of one another and just seem to be, as a whole, orchestrating the others to do something, and then they fall apart again and then continue.
Are these
about
Voltron
their
rats?
business.
Are they going to form into a giant robot rat?
Iguatfo?
Okay. V, listen, you can't do Voltron and Power Rangers in the same podcast. You have to pick one.
No, I don't.
No, you can't. You can't. Okay. All right.
No, I don't.
It's too much mech battle.
I'm here for it.
Can we just go Gundam then? Just let me have a Gundam then.
All right. So let's take care of these rodents of unusual size.
All right. Holds up 3 fingers, 2 finger, 1 finger, go. And we all do the thing.
All right. What are you doing?
Fire!
Let's do like
Acid.
like surprise round.
Yeah.
Okay, Squash, click your fairy fire. Rhal, please click your acid.
I'm not going to
and
acid.
Laffian,
They'll be mad for
You can hold your
destroying
acid,
their
that's fine.
readable nest.
All right, so
I'm going to say, to be fair, then that Rhal and Zaltanna and Uruk can have advantage on like their next attack or their next like ability, or a disadvantage for the other side. Like just to make it fair that you're not actually in the surprise round. Like we'll fudge it so it works properly. All right, fairy fire lands. What does your fairy fire look like?
So Squash throws up his hand, and I'd like to say that, like, kind of the area around where the rats are, the dust and the dirt off the floor just kind of like sprinkles up into the air and kind of looks like glitter for a second. And then when it falls to the ground, whichever one failed their DC saving throw, are now like kind of shining. As if, again, they've just been covered in glitter.
Dazzling.
The glitter seems to pass around them.
Ooh.
Say it again?
The glitter seems to pass around them.
And then it lands on them and makes them all glittery, yeah. I understand how the spell works.
It makes the floor super shiny. But no. Laffian.
So I need them to make a DC 18 intelligence save, please.
Now, traditionally, rats aren't good at this.
You know, I was counting on that.
I swear to Christ, if these are cranium rats.
These rats been to college.
They've been in the library this long.
The rats fail.
Great. In that case, they take 45 psychic damage.
Okay, that's a strong start. That is a strong start.
As there is just
All right.
this boom of psionic energy that emanates from Laffian and just envelops the nest.
All right, then. I'm gonna need an initiative check, folks.
Hooray!
Hooray!
I didn't do terrible.
Aw. I wanted to do better than you.
Thanks.
Wow, I just fucking rolling so bad.
Okay, let's start at the top. Laffian, what did you get?
16.
Okay, Rhal, what did you get?
17.
Squash, what did you get?
15.
Hey.
And Zaltanna, what did you get?
I got a 3.
I got a rock.
Okay. And let me see what Uruk got. Uruk got a 2.
Woo.
Top of the round. Rhal, what do you want to do?
All right, I'm going to run up and punch, 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 punch.
All right, what are you punching?
One of... Are they all one thing? Are the rats like a thing? Or
Is it a
are
swarm?
they individuals? Or what is
They're
there
a swarm.
to attack? A big pile of them? Ugh.
There's a big pile of rats, yeah. They're kind of like swarming over each other as they realize that, ow, this hurts for some reason.
Brain hurt.
Brain hurt.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna punch.
Right now, they're just a ununified mass of rats on the floor.
Squeak.
Ugh. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna. I don't think I can. Can I death by any means a swarm of rats like I am a fucking like what is it?
I'm
Exterminator.
gonna say
I'm an exterminator.
no.
A punch
I'm
exterminator.
gonna say no.
I'm gonna fight your
I know we have a pest problem,
infestation
but no.
with my fists.
I think that's more like a favored enemy than a death by
Flavored
necessarily
enemy.
right now.
Favorite enemy. Can I do that?
That joke would be 5 months old at this point.
All of our jokes are outdated.
All right, punch.
Yeah, bonus action, divine flavor, because I want that extra 1d4 on all my punchies.
You can only do
Okay.
two punch.
You have the beautiful taste of custard, and it is lovely.
Vanilla custard?
Yep.
Delicious.
So I get 2 punch.
You get 2 punch.
That is a 20 to hit
Yep, that hits.
for 10 damage. And
It doesn't seem as effective as you'd want it to be.
and a 21 to hit for 9.
That's
And
pretty good.
my extra damages were 4 and 3 for the divine flavor.
All right. They look unhappy, and a few of them look kind of bruised.
And
And
covered
this
in
is
custard.
my magical weapon. It's still not doing.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he punches them and then he does a whack with his tail, swings his tail around. Thunk! Because he put his metal thing on there. So now it's real. He's
thunk.
got a
Ow.
cuff to swing at people now. Thunk.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, Laffian.
Hi. Okay, I can't do that AoE ability because Rhal's in there now.
Well,
Rhal's
No,
really
If it's
smart.
dex-based, he can get out of it.
you know.
No, it's intelligence.
He's smart.
You know me. I got that.
No.
He can't die!
Also, my saving throws are pretty wild now, so.
No. Even
His saving throws are wild. He has fucking key points. He cannot die.
Even
I
if
can't kill him even though I
fail
wanted
it,
to.
I can use a key point to re-roll it as well.
no,
so.
even with that, Laffin would never willingly try to subject his friends
Harvest
to that.
Aww.
What is it?
So what he's going to do instead, he
Fireball.
is actually.
Fireball.
No, I
would
don't have
never.
that.
You're all.
Well,
Watch
That's
out.
this lizard boy.
Okay, he's going to, as a bonus action, he's going to use his Shield of Faith blessing thing on himself, because he's squish.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, your skin kind of like, you know,
The
the hairs on
icy-
your arm stand up.
the ice coalesces.
Yeah, coalesces. Everything gets super cold for a moment, and then like he disappears. Yep.
And then he's going to ready an action. He's going to
Okay.
wait until Zaltanna and Squash are in position. And then he's going to use his overwhelming attack so that they can all get some extra booty smacking in.
Okay. Sounds like a solid plan. All right, action held. Squash.
Squash is gonna move in such a way that he breaks line of sight with a majority of the rats. And then he's gonna train his bow on one of them, the one that looks the most important, and loose an arrow. Sorry, loose a bolt.
There's a tiny little crown on its head.
I'm looking for the Rat King. No, what I'm referencing is I'm going to use my bonus action to hide, and then I am going to shoot an arrow. Do the rats have a higher than 25 perception? Passive perception.
Passive?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Then I am hidden. God damn it,
Okay,
I should not have
Oh
clicked
my
that.
god.
I should not have clicked that.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's that? A 35, a natural 20 on a random stealth check from rats that can't see you anyway.
Yeah.
Great, cool, I love it.
You're a big old jerk, you know that? Because
None of us can see you.
that's... What is this?
I'm so happy you're getting all of these crits out now. Please continue.
Wasted it on a perception check. That...
Before the rat god turns up.
All right. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
So Squash fires a bolt, and it finds its mark and does 33 piercing damage and 7 frost.
Okay, the bolt goes thudding into the rat that you're intending to aim it at, and it continues piercing through the rat behind it and the rat behind it, leaving this trail of like, you know how when it gets super cold and you breathe and it just does that like floating in the air stuff? That is basically what happens to these rats. As the bolt goes through them, it leaves this little vapor trail behind it. All right. That was your bonus and your action.
Yep. End of my
Okay.
turn.
All right. It is the rat. King's go.
His little crown.
It doesn't have a little crown.
Well, you said
The
it,
rats
though.
coalesce,
Even
and
if
they
it was
all
a
rush
joke.
towards each other, and they create this creature, this writhing mass of rats that creates a much, much bigger looking rats. Some of them form the arms, and each of their claws forms one claw. And you have one of them that is staring at you. His eyes are very intense. He is the biggest of the rats sitting atop them all. And he decides to eat at Rhal because you're the one in range.
Uh-oh.
I hate it. They reach out and they slash at you with the first of its many attacks. For a 20 versus your armor class.
V.
Oh, rats.
Oh, rats. You know,
Can
if
that
it
be the
beats-
name of this episode?
If,
Yes.
if it beats, it meets, you know?
If it beats, it meets. All right,
Fuck.
20.
Wait,
armor.
why are the rats beating their meat? What the fuck?
Oh, no.
They're biting down on Rhal. As like the swarm mass kind of like reaches down and decides to bite down upon Rhal. And it causes 18 piercing damage as this creature bites down on you, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
27.
Balls. Well, you're fine.
You did the thing that he's good at, V.
You're fine. Nothing whatsoever happens in this situation. Alright, but he tries to bite you again.
I'm still
As you
doing the
see
math
his
from the
maw just
first one.
close down on you. Closes down on you and misses you at a 19.
Okay.
Alright, that was the rat creature's go. It is now Zaltanna.
Okay. I will do what I always do. Boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Do either of those hit?
On a 30 and a 22, yes, both of those just smack into this formation of rats.
Just
shout your damage
barely.
out.
19 for the first one, and 20 for the
Actually,
second.
I have to break the damage down, don't worry.
Oh.
So the first one, you managed to cleave a few of these rats just clean out of this major body that has been created. And as you slash down again, like you see a couple of the rats that form this body just being cut in half. Squee! Is that everything you want to do?
Yep. That's well, I guess actually at the end of the turn I will. No, that's it. That's all I got.
Ready to action.
Okay, in
Yeah.
position. Okay, ready action.
Ready to action. Overwhelming attack. Rhal, Squash, and Zaltanna get to do the smackdown again.
You just feel like you can and will get another attack using your reactions.
Yes, please.
So, Rhal, attack action, please.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew pew, punch twice.
19 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage. 26 to hit. 7 damage. Another 3 and another 4. 7 more damage.
7 custard damage.
What is your defined flavor?
The running gag is custard right now.
Boo!
Squash, you feel the overwhelming urge to shoot him again.
Pew! That's 23 to hit.
Jesus.
Why is that on sneak attack?
Because somebody's close
It's once
enough.
per round.
It's once per turn.
I get my sneak attack. I get it back during overwhelming attack.
We did this for the skeleton fight too. I abuse.
God, I hate you.
I abuse mechanics.
I hate all of you. All right. Okay. The bolt fires through. Like you see a couple of these rats being punched by Rhal, and you see a tail whack one in the head. And as that head just kind of begins to fly away, you get your bolt square into it. Sultana,
Yes.
Double sword.
I get to double sword again.
double sword.
Again.
Yeah.
Another one.
And another.
I'm gonna keep doing the joke. I'm gonna keep doing it.
It's just gonna get funnier. As we know, repetition is funny.
Yes.
Do a 24 or a 14 hit.
The 14 misses, but the 24 does hit. So that is normally 2 damage, plus 10 slashing, plus 3 from improved smite. Okay. How do you want to kill the Rat King, Zaltanna?
Violently. I don't know.
With bloody vengeance.
With great aplomb.
Hey, V, how many souls is that?
It's just the one.
Aw. Sorry, Casey, I tried.
Worth a try. Worth a try.
Worth a try.
Rats don't have souls unless they're wearing a crown. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, did you not go to science class?
Yeah.
As a prince can confirm, the crown gives you the soul.
Oh, damn it, we walked right into that one, guys.
Oh, no.
That's why I got my crown back.
Zaltanna. Yes, you end it in the most violent way possible. Rat corpses go everywhere. There's blood shooting in the air. The rats are screaming and crying as you hunt them down and destroy them like the pests they truly are. You gain 1 soul for Kalinmon.
Yay!
I just imagine the Weasel Stomping Day song playing in the background. Zaltanna's stomping on rats all over.
You guys did a ridiculous amount of damage to this. The Rat King is a problem for a very measly low-level warlock. And y'all just came in here and trounced it in about a round. Y'all did so much damage to this thing that even its resistances were overcome.
Urok didn't even get to do anything.
She didn't get to do anything. Y'all obliterated this poor Rat King.
Will you help us?
Rat King
Pretty, please. Pretty, please stay and help. Pretty, please.
We didn't know what we were getting into.
She is a fairly low-level warlock.
We basically forced her to watch as we fucked up some rats.
She kind of looks at the 4 of you in absolute just shock, like, I'll go get the maps. You don't worry about lifting a finger. I'll help. Like, she just has this stunned look on her face as she walks around the still bleeding rat as Zaltanna's having at it and just goes to pick up this bundle of atlases from the far corner.
That,
It comes back with them. Like, all right then. So that happened.
in our defense, I didn't think we were going to do that well, but good job, everyone.
Yeah.
Pat on the back all around. We're getting really good at
Okay,
this.
well,
And I didn't have to use
if
acid.
I had acid. All right, well, I'm glad our contingency plan isn't that of killing you, because, well, fuck. She kind of like turns and like walks out of the library with this bundle of like atlases and stuff.
yeah, right. Okay.
See, I was sure we could take them in a fight, but that's just such a bad way to open a negotiation of like, I wasn't going to kill you. I could have, but I wasn't. It's genuinely all I wanted to say earlier, but it was just like, no, that's not how you gain somebody's trust.
No, you show them that we could have killed them, but didn't.
Yeah, this is a powerful power move right here.
Yes, this was much more of a power play.
No one even trying.
That was one
play.
round.
Damn,
Zaltanna
yeah.
did not do the smite. Rhal didn't even get to use his bonus action for more punches. Squash didn't even have to rewind time.
I was punching slow. Just having a good time. Swing. Tail.
Like a minor stretch and it died. Like, this is what happens when, like low-level peasant characters come up against you. You've often had it the other way around, where you have been the lower levels and you've had the higher levels near you. Oh no. This is what it feels like to be powerful, my friends.
Except for the shitty wizard.
Yeah.
He's slightly less shitty in my eyes now.
We love Trempel.
Still shitty.
We love Trempel. I love Trempel. He's such an asshole.
Good character,
Okay.
bad spells.
Is one useful ability that he can teleport us.
Yeah. He's your cosmic taxi. Urog walks out of the library and they kind of like walk a bit further back to the area that has clearly the place that the four of them are inhabiting. And they basically walk into a room which is a little bit further along from their mums, and they walk into this room and there is a table surrounded with a few chairs. There are lights and there is also some of that extra heating in here that goes down to a chimney. Again, just feeds into a big pipe system. And they put the books and the scrolls on the table. They light some of the candles with just a little flick of their wrist of just making flames appear on some of the candles. So we normally use this room for eating and dining and stuff, but you can use this to check out these if you want. Can I help at all? What? I'll tell you what. I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna go make that tea for my mum.
Do you know the area? You have people
I know this area a little
outside doing the hunting. Do they know around a little bit? Maybe know where on the map we are? Is it going to be obvious when we look, or?
Oh yeah. This particular place.
Is there a name for the town?
Yeah, Kulfor and Bayad. That's this place. Well, it's what remains of it anyway.
I wanted to ask,
it moved
do
a little.
You know what happened here?
Oh, here? In this particular place?
Yeah, this town.
Not the foggiest.
Are there no people in Giata besides your group? Is there not a larger civilization?
Uruk shrugs her shoulders and she's like, honestly, mate, I don't know. We got here, I don't know, a couple of years back. Probably a bit more, actually. We've survived a couple of winters here, so not really. We've seen people come and go, but not a whole lot of them.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
What kind of people were here before? It wasn't dragons or anything?
Nah, no dragons. No. They're not real. Don't be silly.
Rhal is looking at the chairs because he could tell if the place typically has races with tails or not based on how they make their chairs, because he had to have chairs made for them to have the
All right,
tail.
You son of a bitch. That's so smart. Fine.
That is
all
smart.
right.
Do Loxodons have tails?
Well, it's just weird for Rhal because Rhal is something with a tail, and even if Rhal was in Kino, the chairs there would be accommodated for races that have tails, and the backs would be cut out of them. But Discord is the only place that would have solid chairs with the backs not cut out of them. The chairs would not be made for people with tails.
These chairs are not made for people with tails.
Okay.
But the kind of height between the legs is a little low, but the back is quite tall.
These are weird.
Are the chairs sloped? Is that what you just described?
No, the legs are shorter,
No,
but the backs are taller than normal, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yes, exactly.
The legs are a little stumpier, but the back is...
Yeah. Tall back chairs.
Which doesn't help me
Stools
determine
really
at all
backs.
what
No.
what this is.
No.
Yeah, Rhal kind of points out, no one with a tail could sit in these very well. These are not made with tails in mind at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can get you a stool if you want.
I'm fine. I'm just trying to figure out who was here.
Yeah, I to be honest, I've been too busy trying to survive and store stuff for the winter and, look after people who come and go and whatnot. So I've not really had much time to look into it. I mean, I'd love to, and maybe a bit later on.
You're
after
from
things
Kino?
open, I might have some time. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I've come from an island closer to Kino than it is to Discora.
In the Argath Isles?
Yeah.
Well, the score is the only place that really doesn't make the chairs for everyone, They make
I can get you something. We've got something that would work for you.
I'm okay. I'm going to.
A couple of the others got tails, and you'll probably have a lot more in common with them than you think you would.
I doubt it. But thank you. I'm okay. I was just pointing out the chairs, trying to figure this out.
They have a very knowing look on their face, but they're not saying anything. All right, so I'm going to pop some tea on. Do you want anything?
Tea sounds wonderful.
I'm surprisingly okay.
Yeah, tea sounds good.
That's fine. Thank you.
You sure you're all right, Squash, after all that croaking you did? Throat not sore?
Squash picks up the smallest of the atlases and opens it and like puts it up to block out Laffian.
Ura kind of raises her hand for a high five.
Very slow, just...
Rhal's kind of minor illusion of fly flying around Squash and see if he's got any temptations, if he's hungry, maybe wants a snack.
All right. I'll be back in a little bit. She kind of like walks away, just like shaking her head and laughing a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
Squash puts that book back down.
As soon as
So he can
Zirog
eat a
leaves...
snack.
As soon as Zirog leaves, Laffian turns to the rest and is like, guys, this is a schoolhouse.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This is perfect. Remember the conversation? Actually, Squash, you went there for the conversation. But remember the conversation we had about me considering opening a school for the time that I have with Kaithia? This would work.
Would it though? The stalking is kind of like sticky here.
That's the thing, though. I feel like anybody that wants to learn how to channel and wield psionics, I feel like that's a good first test, is being able to get here. Because anybody can just hire some spellcaster to just teleport you wherever you need to go. But I feel like it really says something about you as a person if you're able to figure out how to get here safely.
It is a hell of a track.
I mean, yes. I'm just worried that, Spectre hasn't been around. I don't know how safe it is here. I don't know how dying works here.
I'd rather not find out. That being said, if I did open the school, I would like for there not to be any deaths while running.
As opposed to all the other schools.
Balance, I'm just wondering why there's a school. There was one and now there's not, Maybe things work different here and it's not a good place for a school, as is being demonstrated by the school around us already,
I had been considering that. I'm going to do some digging, I think, at some point. I would be curious to see what this place looked like, what the people here looked like. And it's been a long time since I've done a perusing through history, as it were.
I don't know if I missed it, but are they stuck here?
I don't think so. I think they just decided to start living here, it sounds like.
Oh.
They were trying to
go to
make
Discord
it from...
Yeah, they got stuck here as they were going on a diplomatic mission, but, did they just give up?
I think it's been a couple months. I didn't see another ship. They probably don't have a way off the island.
That's true.
She did say that it was a couple of seasons couple of winter seasons that they survived.
So it's been a couple of
They've
years.
been here for years.
Years.
We have a boat waiting for us. We could let them know,
I don't think we're going to leave them here. They seem nice.
We can
And,
offer.
I mean, now's a probably a better time than a few years ago for them to show up, Now they won't be immediately questioned for being from Kino or not,
A lot has changed in their time away. So I think the orc lady does magic, like me. She has runes on her.
Right.
I need to ask her about that.
Okay.
If they had helped us with our rats, we would have known, maybe.
Listen, that was a very good job all around.
Yeah.
I only needed to make you all attack once, and that was it. That was good.
Yeah, that went surprisingly well.
Do you guys think that with Wuranwa, I don't know, Balance, this all feels kind of political and I kind of hate it, but
It is.
am I doing anything? Is this setting a good example at all? Helping him? Because I probably shouldn't be. He's still not getting it. I'm not sure they're ever gonna get it. But at least I have the sick one safe now. I think.
I'll
This
tell
is the
you
right way
what's-
to go about things, because I don't like this.
I'll tell you what my mentor Telvin had told me when I was being trained. In order to bring about change, it needs to be done from both without and within. You've done a lot to help your people. I think that a lot more can be done from within the infrastructure that they have. And I think that you, Ama, and Thorin can bring about a lot of that change. I think that where one was dealing with...
I don't think they want it.
You need to show them that they might not want it, but it's something that they might need. I think Ruan was beginning to learn that even those who are sick are more than capable of bringing about a lot of change in the world. I think just keep doing what you're doing, Rhal.
Well, I'm gonna make Rowanra something, and then I'll give it to him, and then that's that. I helped him, and now he can help us. I think he will help us, and that's all I wanted to do, and I'll be done with it. I've got the sick ones. They'll find their own way.
And then we'll move on from there. I've told you before, I want to have the world united. That includes your people.
I'm just confused about them. I don't know, it didn't seem like they hated me, but I know they do. It just feels weird.
They might not.
They do.
Don't let your view of a people be judged by, or dictated by a few bad eggs. Pardon the joke on that, but...
Tell me, Rhal, back in Damaris, did you have free reign to walk around? Could you interact with people day to day? Or were you sick from day one? Were you locked away since childhood?
I was allowed to kind of go around the camp anyways, with the other kids. But it was different. I didn't really like to do it anyways. It's not a lot of positive attention you get. You kind of just want to sit inside, you know. I would go into the woods every now and then, but they didn't like that. I wasn't supposed to survive the woods either, apparently. Why?
I'm just... My exposure to towns and cities, it was very dictated by who I hung out with, how I felt about the town. Sometimes I would meet up with very aggressive people, and I walked away feeling like the town was a very aggressive place. When I hung out with sad people, I felt like the town was sad. Maybe you were just surrounded by a lot of anger. Maybe there's a side to the city, the town, the people that you never really saw. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I don't know. It's just sometimes we forget that the people that we have surrounded ourselves with aren't everybody. There's sometimes more to it. There may be a side of Demarius that you never got to experience. Farmers and simple people just living simple lives.
I don't think you understand. I
Probably
don't think
not.
there are simple people. They're too stupid and proud to consider themselves simple workers. Like I brought up to a run where I could have been a farmer. I could have been a fucking fighter if I wanted to, but no. Waste of time. They didn't even want to wait for me to die the right way. I've been okay with it. Well, as okay as you can be with the idea that I was not going to be around, but on my terms. I didn't want them telling me what I could not and when I could not do things.
And we're all better for it. The fact that you chose your own path is the best path.
Hopefully one day.
Your people are going to need a purpose after this one's done.
I tried to tell him that. Maybe he'll try to focus a little on that.
I mean, didn't he expect to die, basically, in the next months?
Yeah, he did. This is kind of a weird move, though. I don't know why he even brought us up here. Kind of a weird move to call you to Demarius, and you're going to hate going to Demarius just to say, I couldn't give you the cure after all. Bye. What was he going to tell us? Weird move.
I think things worked out, and we'll figure things out as they go.
Well,
I've learned that sometimes the best plan is just not to have one.
Your enemies can't counterplan if you don't have a plan.
Controlled chaos.
even if he's not on my side of whatever argument I have here, he's going to help us stop this. So, and then,
which is very important.
My side of this won't exist after that, so it won't matter.
What do you mean your side won't exist?
The sickness.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't make them better people, but they won't be suffering.
I mean,
so they can be arrogant as they want, but no one will be suffering, so it will be fine.
Rhal, don't quote me on this, I don't know how this whole thing is going to work with us becoming temporary sentinels, and then also the fact that we're saving the gods and the sentinels, but just a thought that the gods and the sentinels are gonna kind of really owe us. And we're also going to be sentinels temporarily. If ever there was a time where maybe you can just make the sickness for all of your people just go away, and Laffian is doing the hand gesture thing that I did because, visual jokes.
Visual jokes, yeah.
If there's ever going to be a time where that might be a possibility, that's going to be it.
That's what I'm hoping for.
If we can do that, if we can just...
That's the promise with Kesa, right?
Yeah.
I just hope that I'm setting a good example now, so that when the sickness isn't around anymore and no one's suffering, they won't need the example.
They'll just join the rest of
They'll just
the
be
world
normal.
society.
They'll have sympathy.
You're gonna be how do I phrase this?
An ambassador.
You're gonna be a shining beacon that their past thoughts were wrong.
No. They
Yes,
killed all
you
the
are.
Dragonborn. They killed all the Dragonborn at the Skora. They killed them all, and all the
And
sick.
it's going to be a mark on their history of their past mistakes. They're not going to move forward believing that their savior, the one that saved Ramonva and then the entire world, was a monster, or that they did right by destroying his kind. They're going to look past... I can't tell you how Dragonborn
Do you think I
but
should give him this? And Rob pulls out the thing he's been making.
What is it?
I don't know either.
So he started it out as a square. It was a square piece of wood about the size of a cannonball. And he has made an egg.
A wooden
I'm going to
egg.
give that dragon a wooden egg.
Fucking hell, Neil. Step 1, make egg.
Step 1, make egg.
Step 2, profit.
So you can see what he's made. He's not quite done. He's not quite done. It's an egg with kind of like etchings around the whole thing. And the egg depicts, he's not finished because he has to tell me how long this is going to take, because that's why I described, this is why I described his hands as being destroyed in the first couple days, because he had to turn with a lot of acid, had to make a square into an egg shape in the first couple
So
days.
much more sense now.
He has
my
depicted a
gosh.
tree in the center of this, the dragon tree, and dividing this tree. This is a very on the spot. I had this in my head the moment I said it, and I haven't taken any more time to think about it. So this is why he's bringing this out. Hey, maybe.
Is this a cool idea, guys?
Is this cool? Is this going to make things worse? Is this politics?
No, that's not politics. Unless you take a bunch of armored soldiers, put them inside the egg, and then throw the egg at the dragon.
Check it out. The tree goes up the centerpiece of this egg.
Uh-huh.
And dividing it is kind of like this scene of where you can kind of see a shape coming up like from the ground, and there's a bunch of skeletal stuff. And this is depicting Rhal handing a familiar potion to, on the other side of this tree where everything is alive, Ama is there. And so Rhal is pushing Ama to give this cure to who is on the reverse end, and wrapping around the other end of this, kind of also in the ground, half in the grave, is Wu Runwa. So it's kind of a political piece.
You are out of your mind, genius.
That's good.
Is this politics?
No, this is an egg, Neil.
This is the meme with the butterfly, but it's an egg, and it's all just going,
yeah.
Is this politics?
I don't think this will sit in his room with all of his gold or whatever, but I think he needs to maybe see something valueless be given value. Maybe this will mean something. That's all I know what to do.
That's really... Yeah, I think this is...
Okay, well, I'll give it to him then. I wasn't sure.
I'm sad that it hurt your hands as much as it did. I don't think you need to suffer for Wunrara anymore. But I'm glad that you're finding something to create. Very unique.
You would give some of the woodcarvers in Beligbu a run for their money.
Maybe one day.
You're very artsy. Who knew?
You feel a tingle of magic down your spines. And then you just feel an overwhelming aura of magic. At least Lafayette, Rhal, and Squashty. Zaltanna, the magic you feel is somewhat less than that.
Like demi-magic, or...?
No, this is like 400 times more powerful.
Oh.
You guys feel that?
Laughing is standing up and looking around on alert.
It's nothing.
Zaltanna. Zaltanna, you would know what this is.
It doesn't feel like nothing, Zaltanna.
A beating in your chest.
Oh, is it Odette?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Is this that I'm feeling? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, it's my wife.
My wife.
You guys are idiots.
I love it. Hey everyone, it's V here, and
Hi V.
everyone else.
Hi everyone else.
Hi V. Welcome to the outro, V.
Yeah, so this is the outro for 150.
Wow, what an
we
episode,
didn't-
right?
What
yeah,
a
this was a... Basically, thank you all so much for getting this far and listening to us. It's been a wild trip, and I didn't expect us to get this far. Or season 2, so thank you so much for listening. But we kind of have a little bit of news and a giveaway to announce, which we have been kind of hinting at for the last couple of episodes and on our social medias. Yes, I've hopefully been shouting, "There's a giveaway coming!"
Yeah, that's more like it.
So here's the giveaway information. For those of you who don't know, Kessie, who is the voice of Lisbeth and was also for Zaya a couple of episodes back, is an amazing artist, and they've done a lot of art for us. They approached me probably nearly a year-ish ago now with some sketches for the mirror. So everyone has their mirror scenes, and Kessie provided sketches based on those mirror scenes. Kessie has agreed and is in the process of finishing them out, and we are going to give away a signed set of those to whoever gets pulled in our giveaway. And we're all going to sign them. Kessie's going to sign them too, and then we will ship them out to whoever kind of gets pulled in the giveaway. So we have a variety of different ways. You can enter via Instagram. Arch.
If you want to enter on Instagram, all you got to do is take a photo of something creative that you've done and use the hashtag TLD Mirrors. When I say creative, it can be something as simple as a fanfic or a poem or something crazy like fan art, or we have some people I've seen in our Discord that do like knitting and crocheting and stuff where they made some cool things. Let your imagination run wild. Just for the love of God, make sure you use hashtag TLD Mirrors. If you don't,
Cool. Thank
it's
you
not
for
going to
that.
count.
We won't find you. You can also enter on Facebook. Neil.
You can enter on Facebook by commenting on the pinned posts with your favorite TLD episode. So find the post and tell us what your favorite episode is.
This is not being read off of a teleprompter. I am merely telling you my thoughts.
It's our Rhal deep fake.
We have the technology. We're very good at it.
TLD is actually just a sitcom. We're just all reading off teleprompts.
All right. Vaguely back on one of the other 4 ways that you can enter the giveaway. Aethel.
If you join us on the Discord, we're gonna have a giveaway channel, and if you make a screenshot of a review for TLD, we'll take that as 1 vote. So just use anywhere you can do a review, like Podchaser. I think Podcast Addict has an inbuilt review system. iTunes, just anywhere. Leave a review and chuck a screenshot of that in the giveaway channel on Discord, and we'll count that.
What if they write a review on a bathroom stall and take a picture of that?
We'll take it.
If they sign it with for a good time called TLD Pod XOXO, like I will count it.
I don't know if we're voting on them, but I just want everyone to know that if there was a vote, I would put my vote towards anyone who writes for a good time called TLD Pod on a bathroom.
This has 100% gone out of control, folks. This is where we are at episode 150, out of control. No votes.
This is totally on brand.
4 different ways of entering. It's very on brand for us. 4 different ways of entering, so there are 4 chances of your name being pulled out. No votes, just a thing. If you want to write on the back of a bathroom stall, I'm not saying do it. They're saying do it.
I am specifically saying do it, so blame me. It's fine.
Oh my god.
We're
Speaking of,
don't break.
Casey, do you want to talk to us
Everyone
about Twitter?
behave and don't make Caden come get you. Don't break any laws. And if you write on a bathroom stall, make sure you own it.
Make sure you clean it off.
You can also enter on Twitter by sharing your favorite TLD moments with the hashtag TLD Mirrors. Please make sure to hashtag it, because Twitter is large and vast, and otherwise we will not find you.
Yeah, there's no way of us finding that if you don't. So yeah, those are 4 different ways of entering the giveaway to win signed posters of the Mirror arts, everyone with their own unique one. And the deadline for getting all of your entries in is April 30th. So basically the rest of March, all of April, and then we'll close it, and then we'll figure out, and we'll draw it, and we'll get that kind of out and shipped, and hopefully y'all will find it amazing. Yeah, I guess that's the giveaway news.
Not to put a damper on it.
I'm so good at this.
But we've been shipping stuff from Germany recently, and it takes genuinely months to get anywhere.
Yeah,
it is crazy.
If you win, congratulations.
We're going to fly this one.
Hold on real quick.
Don't hold your breath, please.
Yeah, hang tight, because it's got to fly from Germany to Iceland to America to everybody in the cast in America, and then out to whomever wins. So it might take a little while, but we'll definitely draw it at the end of April. Anyway, so that's the giveaway news. Yay, we made it to 150, guys.
Woo!
Woo! Woohoo! Yes.
And 100 more.
4 more years.
No. Yes. I don't know. Who knows? I don't think
4 more years.
All right. We want to give a big thank you to one of our patrons, one of the new ones, Robin Jeffrey. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we want to say a huge thank you for being our newest patron. I also want to say thank you to Karin of Y2K, because Karin is the voice of Eleazar and was also in this episode. So huge props and thank you to her for that. For the next, because we've had so many new patrons, talking about patrons, we're going to have to start doubling up the shout outs, because we are kind of 3 months. If we didn't start doubling up, we had to shout people out until October, and we kind of feel that's not really fair. So we're going to start doubling them up. So just listen out as a slight change there. Also, the other kind of important piece of news to come out is that for the entirety of April and for the kind of first weeks in April, we're going to be going bi-weekly. There have been some big life things going on. And we just need to take a little bit of time. So we have this episode out, no episode out next week, episode out on the 12th, which is going to be The Lighthouse, which has David and Mark from Shadows at the Door. I'm very excited for that finally to come out. And then 151 is going to be 2 weeks after that, 152, 2 weeks after that, and then we're kind of maybe back to normal. We'll keep you posted on that, so.
Fingers crossed.
I think that's kind of... Fingers crossed. I think that's basically it. Is there anything anyone wants to say to the people who've gotten through this almost 10-minute outro for hitting 150 and bearing with us?
We're sorry.
We love you.
Thanks for sticking around, folks. You're great, and we appreciate each and every one of you individually.
Right on bathroom.
Although we appreciate you more if you join our Discord server.
All right, okay. Let's stop Yeah, we just really want to say thank you, and we appreciate all of you, and hopefully you'll continue enjoying this somewhat wild journey that is like 4 years old-ish now.
4
or something.
more years.
So, oh God, help me, please.
Make sure you vote
right,
TLD Pod.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you all very much, and have a good couple of weeks. Bye.
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 Hey.
I can't believe I waved. Like, this is... How long have we been doing this? I still waved goodbye.
Visual
Every
jokes.
single time.
Trying to open my character sheet back up because I was looking at the things. Shit.
If you double clack, double clack. Fuck. If you double click the top
Oh,
where,
damn, I double thistled. Fuck.
No, if you
doing it
double click the
wrong.
very top where it says your name, it actually minimizes your character sheet. It's very useful.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that works.